What's up, guys? Welcome back to 7 Days to Die. Today's video we are going to go after the treasure map over there. Actually, let's go ahead and grab some of the other treasure maps as well. Kind of hoping that it will give us a crucible via some of these. So, hopefully that's the case. I've also started working on getting our, whatchamacallit, our intellect up to level 8. So I've got it up to 6 right now, 7 if you count the glasses I'm wearing, and I'm gonna go ahead and work on getting it to, like, getting one more level into it. That way we can go ahead and start building the crucible. So the problem is I think it's like 2 points now. Check. I'm pretty sure it's 2 points now. Or intellect? Yeah, 2 points. It just at the rate we're going, it'd just be way easier to unlock the perk and build it ourselves. Although I think it's like, to build the crucible, it's pretty expensive. 100 forged iron, 20 mechanical parts, 1200 stone, 900 clay soil, and 20 oil. I think we're going to have to get a lot of mechanical parts because I don't think I have enough of those. Which store is this? I think this is poppin' pills. Yeah. Just what the doctor ordered. Anyway. So, as I was saying, you know, it's just too, it's a lot of stuff, but we're having no luck finding it whatsoever. So, if we do find a crucible, I won't worry too much about it. I'll just continue what I've been doing before with our perks. Just, you know, working on the perks from each section before going through them again. But if not, then we'll have to get the intellect perk up one more time. I mean, we're already cheating a little bit because we have the glasses that boost our intellect up by like 1 point. So, I mean, that helps some. That's why early on the nerdy glasses are actually pretty helpful. That deer is like freaking out. So I did change my recording settings a little bit. Apparently, for whatever reason, it was set to H264 for the encoder. So I swapped it to my GPU to see if I can offload some of the video processing with the GPU. It seems to be working a little bit better. I think it might be what's causing these little hiccups, but you know, the recording software is not having any problems, and I can survive, like, because these hiccups only happen when I'm really on the mini bike. Oh, hey, there's a wolf. Anyway, they only seem to happen when I'm on the mini bike, so I don't think I'm too worried about that. You know what I haven't seen in a while? I haven't seen any bears. I mean, I've seen wolves, but I haven't seen any bears, and I haven't seen any panthers or mountain lions or whatever they are. Mountain lions. Pumas, mountain lions, cougars, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so I think it's like right over by that tree. Probably where it's at. The big one right there in the middle. Dang, it's pretty close. Okay, so we're gonna move this over here. guess I need my gas. Kind of digging around where it might be. There it is. Okay. Good. Alright, let's try the next one. So here's another Sarah. This may be your lucky day. I've been bitten by one of the creatures and the fever has taken hold. I don't have long, but the least I could do before return is to help anyone, as God would want me to. There is still God, so I leave you with this map to one of my buried supply chests. To a new life, Sarah. That one's back towards the house a little bit. I can actually keep a hold of the clay, because that's something that I'm running out of, actually. Oh, crap! Not expecting that. Let's eat something. Swing and a miss, and you paid for it with a tire in your face. See, the water is kind of screwed up, I think. Because I'll be like, not even in the water, but it starts making water sound effects. Just saying, that's a little bit of a problem. Not quite realistic. Although I have to admit, I got up this morning and I drove over to the river, the Potomac River or whatever, which is actually on base. There is a place to access the river. And I sat down at the bench by the waterside and started reading my Bible, doing a little bit of Bible study since all the churches and stuff are closed down. And finished reading the passages that I was looking up. And looked down, and the water had risen from the from the river to my feet, and so like I'm sitting here like standing in a bunch of water. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? This isn't right. And because like they have the way the bench is set up, it's like about 10 feet away from the river. Or no, actually no, it's probably closer than that. It's probably about 5 feet, 6 feet. So, you know, I wasn't really thinking about it. And the rocks, it's like that. It's kind of like those rocks that you would see at like a, I don't know, like instead of flower beds. Yeah, it's kind of like those kinds of rocks. Those flower bed rocks are all around this this bench. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I look down and I hear the water, like my shoes hitting the water. I'm like, oh. Yeah, this entire flower bed rock thing that this bench is sitting in, yeah, it's almost completely submerged. I probably should get up and move. Freaking. Was not expecting that. Guess that's tidal forces at work right there. Although I thought that the tidal forces came out during the nighttime. You know, like the tide goes in the evening, tide goes out in the morning. But I don't know if I was just maybe in a wrong spot or something, or maybe the river is just filling up or something. Thing is, it hasn't rained, so I don't know why it would have filled up. But come on now, these are all terrain tires. But I don't know, just one of those weird things that happened to me. Oh, it's gonna be in the middle of the freaking mountain. Oh, that didn't take long. Okay. Alright, so put that in there. Actually, we'll just put all this in there. Okay. Steven's treasure map. Dear friend, if you've got this note, then I'm probably dead, or even worse, one of the monsters. I leave you this map to one of my many stockpiles of buried supplies. If you find it, promise me to make the world a better place again. Yours truly, Steven. It's not by my house. It looked like it was by my house. Boom! Dude, I love it when you get the motorcycle, because you really just knock them straight up in the air. The mini bike's kind of a poor example. Them ropes doing pretty good. Yep, so basically what I ended up finding out with this, okay. Buy a house. Anyway, what I was saying was, found out that the CPU, if I'm recording, and with this game particularly, it's not so bad. It's actually not, doesn't happen a whole lot in the other games at all. But specifically in this game, it likes to max out the utilization of the processor, and fixed it by turning down the settings in game and by changing the utilization of the processor to process videos to utilizing the graphics card. So now my graphics card, which is it's a good card, the RX 5700 XT, it is now being maxed out instead. But the difference is that it's maxed out, so, but as long as it's maxing out with the recording and with the game, it's better that way, because it's okay to max out your graphics card. That's kind of what you're actually supposed to do. And with most graphics cards, especially with this one, if you max it out and you're still doing above 60 FPS, you're pretty solid. So, you know, right now, be happy. I'm actually really glad I went with this Radeon card instead of NVIDIA. Although NVIDIA would have been a better choice for like recording. I think the INVEC encoder is just way better. But at the same price, I could have gotten a RTX 2060, and it's not even the Super, it's just the 2060. I would have gotten a 2060, which would have 6 gigs of, you know, DDR6 or whatever. Okay, not bad. But the difference is that this one has 8 gigs of GDDR6, and it's just a better card in terms of performance. It performs more like the 2070. I'm not sure if it's like the 2070 Super or just the 2070, but you know, it just, there it is. Some shotgun slugs. Okay, so we're getting some better stuff now. Okay, last map. Nicole's treasure map. To whom it may concern, if you come to possess this note, then quite possibly I've been eaten by the dead. Follow this map to one of the many valuable treasure locations I've buried to keep safe Crazy Jake. If you find it, you may make good use of it. Best wishes, Nicole. Oh, it actually has a difficulty level. Huh. Did not know they had difficulty levels. Ooh, this one's gonna take us pretty far. Oh, crap. That's pretty. That one's taking us back into the derelict zone. Hopefully there's no zombie bears, but that's okay if there is, because I got myself a blue MP5, got myself a blue shotgun, pump action, and a sniper rifle. So pretty good, pretty good. See, one of the things I would love to see him do with this, with Alpha 10, or 10, holy crap. Nope, that's going back in time. Anyway, for Alpha 19, I mean, is I would love to see them, you know, revamp some of the current guns in the game. So we're getting a new handgun, we're getting the Desert Eagle. We're getting a new sniper rifle. We're getting a new shotgun, which is automatic. And we're getting a new, what was it? Like a new, like melee turret too. So we're getting all these new weapons, and I kind of feel that some of the older ones are going to kind of be forgotten about. Because let's just face it, you know, game developers, they add a new gun. So take Call of Duty, for example. They add a new gun, right? Say, I don't know, when they added the PPSH into Black Ops 3. Just as an example. So they added that one into the game. And let's just face it, Black Ops 3 multiplayer was not very balanced. It was, a lot of the guns were overpowered as hell. If you had, like, the, like, if you got the PPSH, and you could melt just about any fool who'd gotten your way. It was pretty ridiculous. This thing's on. We're just gonna follow this road through the mountain. But, you know, you guys see what I'm saying? You know, guns typically, like older guns especially, they add in new weapons. Don't get looked at. They don't get buffed. The new weapons might get a nerf to compete with the, so that the old weapons can compete. But most of the time, a lot of people kind of forget about them. So I would love to see it if they did some revamping of the new of the older guns. For example, with the marksman rifle, instead of calling it a marksman rifle, let's just call it an AR-15, because that's what it is. It's an AR-15, and then give it, like, say, a 20-round magazine, or even a 30-round magazine. Well, no, let's stick with 20, and the reason being is the AK already has a 30-round magazine, standard. So you have yourself a 20-round AR-15, and you leave it as semi-auto, because, you know, a lot of AR-15s are semi-auto. In fact, the only way to get a non-semi-auto one is you have to go through the, whatchamacallit, the firearms guys. What are they? FA? No, it starts with an F. NFA, I think, right? NFA? You have to go through the NFA or whatever, and all that stuff. So you leave the AK, you leave the AK as a automatic. But you, like, use the marksman rifle as the oh, that was fast. Oh, nice. That is very nice. Anyway, you leave the marksman rifle as a instead of the sniper position it is in right now. You use it as an actual, like, AR-15. You know, still keep it semi-automatic, but, you know, make it and change the ammo type too. Like, with all these new guns, we need to start changing ammo types up some. The AR-15 in real life uses a 5.56 or 2.23 as well, but, like, that's pretty much the exact same bullet. Anyway, you're using a 5.56 round for an AR-15. The hunting rifle can stay 7.62. The AK could stay 7.62. The Beretta would be a 9mm, obviously. The new, you know, the 44 Magnum would stay a 44 Magnum. And let's see here. You know, that could be how you do that. You add in AR-15, change it to a 5.56 round, and, you know, now you have yourself a kind of an intermediate between the the AK-47, which is fully automatic, and, say, the sniper rifle. They could also revamp the hunting rifle to actually be a magazine fed. Not necessarily have a magazine, but, like, change it to where it has, say, 5 rounds in a built-in magazine. So instead of a standard, you know, take the magazine off, put a new one in, you have a built-in magazine. You could change the reload animation to being a stripper clip or whatever, kind of like a World War II rifle. You know, that'd be kind of cool. Gotta make sure I'm not gonna get my face bitten off if I stop. Anyway, so that would be pretty cool, I think. So you would change that to be more of an actual sniper rifle. You know, the hunting rifle would be like, I don't know. I guess, what would be a good example? Like the 1903 Springfield. That's kind of like what a hunting rifle is. The 1903 Springfield was used as a sniper rifle during World War I, and it was also used as a hunting rifle afterwards. And it was still used as a military rifle for quite a long time, actually. I think it was even used in the 40s and 50s, until they started upgrading their equipment to newer designs. Anyway, oh crap. That's kind of beside the point. I can't get over there. Okay. Anyway, so you change the hunting rifle to be like that. You keep it bolt action, but, like, make it to where it's bolt action, still in place, but change the animation for when you're actually out of ammo. I think it would make the hunting rifle a much better weapon than it is now, because the hunting rifle is actually more powerful than the marksman rifle, but it's just not. That reload can get you killed. Now, this one, I would say, this next little bit, for example, Desert Eagle. I have a feeling it's probably going to use the 44 Magnum rounds. I doubt they're going to change the ammo type just for that. So it'll probably end up using the 44 Magnum rounds. I would prefer it if they used made a 50 BMG round for it, ammo type, and then, you know, I kind of hate saying this part because they're two different rounds, a 50 BMG versus a actual, you know, for a Desert Eagle versus a 50 BMG or whatever for a sniper rifle. But for this new sniper rifle, it needs to be a 50 cal, I think. At the very least, a 308, which, I think about it, 308 pretty close to the 7.62. I don't remember exactly. Anyway, but you need to have, I feel like the new sniper rifle should be a 50 cal, and I feel like the Desert Eagle should be a 50 cal as well. They could use the same ammo just for, as a placeholder, I guess, because 50 cal ammo from a Desert Eagle would not work in a 50 cal sniper. It's just not the same kind of bullet. They're both 50 caliber, but that's about it. But, you know, for the sake of, you know, the game, you could use that as a placeholder or something until you want it, unless you wanted to change it. That way, it's using the same, you know, using the same ammo. You don't have two different types of 50 caliber ammo. It would make things a little less confusing. So, for the shotguns, I would actually keep those pretty much the same. Maybe make it to where you have a... Nah, I'd probably keep those the same. You know, wouldn't change the ammo types. Honestly, I don't think I would even really revamp the guns either. I would probably change the attachment models, because some of the this game... Okay, like if I get out right now, this gun has a barrel extender, it's got a red dot sight, and it's got something else. I think it's a, the burst group. Okay, so the burst mode doesn't really matter. They can leave that invisible. But, like, why can't I see the extended barrel, you know? So things like that. I mean, I got the red dot sight, okay, that's okay. But, like, the barrel extender, you should be able to see, like, physical changes to the guns, is what I'm getting at. Like, same thing with the shotgun. I've got a tube extender. Now, a tube extender on a shotgun would probably make that tube right in front of the pump. It would make that tube go probably towards the end of the barrel, if not longer than the barrel. There's actually, shotgun tubes that are longer than the barrels on the guns themselves. So, I would definitely change that. It'd be something I would change. Make it to where you can see the attachments. Now, from the pictures we've seen of the models that they've released, it looks like we'll be able to see those changes for the new guns. You know, and they're doing some really cool things with things like that. You know, making the guns a lot more real, like post-apocalyptic. So I would love to see that, even more of that with the old guns. You know, something that would make each gun feel unique, I guess is what I'm saying. Because right now, a single shot rifle is not very useful. I mean, how many people do you see use the hunting rifle after they get the marksman rifle? You know, and that's kind of what I'm getting at. Okay. There, that goes there, that goes. Just the stuff. That's all ammo. Mod. Ammo. Another thing that they could change with the new update. This is kind of just my little wish list, I guess. Another thing I would love to see them change is the way the different ammo types work. You don't feel like when you change between a regular shotgun shell and a slug. It doesn't feel like much of a difference. The gun pretty much acts exactly the same. You know, so I would love to see it act differently. So if you are using a shotgun slug, like, it shouldn't feel like, you know, it should make it to where your gun feels more accurate, you know. I feel like if you're using a shotgun slug, you shouldn't be, you know, if you hip fire it, you have to be even closer. But if you aim with a slug, you feel like you're actually you actually feel like you are more accurate, you know. So things like that. Hollow points, or is this, that's supposed to be a hollow point, right? AP is armor piercing. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, so they did it right with these, and I would say every time I've used shotgun slugs, the shotgun, I just don't feel like it's worth it. So that's 21 per pellet, so that's 210 damage. Now if we put, that's just with the regular rounds. We put shotgun with our slugs, 185. But I feel like I can hip fire this all day long. You know, that's what I'm trying to get at. And not only that, the slugs are actually worse than the regular shells. Now it could be that these are better with armor. Yeah, so minus 20% armor. So they're better with armor. But I feel like it just doesn't feel as it just doesn't feel the same. Like it feels like I'm firing the same thing out of my gun either way. Also, so we have AP, we got breaching slugs. I'd love to see Dragon's Breath. That'd be kind of cool. So some incendiary rounds would be cool. I'd love to see more explosives. Not like what we've got now, because we got plenty of throwables. But I'm like, when I say explosives, I'm talking about like they used to have like TNT blocks, and it was like a bunch of the dynamite strapped together is what it looked like, and you could shoot it and it would basically bring down an entire building, or like make a really big hole for you to get in, you know. I'd love to see him bring that back, because I could see a lot of cool ways to use that, not just getting in buildings, but like as traps. I would love to see like more, like not more like entities. Like zombies are fine. I think we got plenty of cool zombies, but I would love to see more of the like more wildlife, because sure, we have a decent amount of wildlife, but you don't see them. I very rarely see deer. I think that the deer population needs to up a little bit, unless the zombies are hunting deer all the time now. I think we need to increase the spawn rates of the bears, of the wolves, the, you know, coyotes, because I think there is coyotes. You know, we just need to increase the amount of, because right now, I mean, look at this. This feels really empty. I will really think they should increase that. I feel like, you know, all of this should be toggable. So like if you go in your settings, you can change whether or not more bears spawn or more zombies, more, you know, oh crap, I fell. You know, that's what I'm getting at. You know, give us a little bit more freedom with the amount of enemies that we can face. Um, I don't know what happened with the idea of raiders, but I would love to see raiders in the game. But you know, I know they were talking about raiders back in like Alpha 15 or 16 or something, and they even added in like raider armor for a short time, where I think they changed the name to back to the iron armor. The iron armor used to be, oh crap. That was a nice little surprise. Alright. Oh crap, it's a horde night. Oh crap, okay, that's not good. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a little break here, get something to drink. We're gonna probably come back about 20. So in real life, that's about 10 minutes. And we're gonna do our horde night. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time.